So good morning to one and all present here. I am Rev Siddhappa Madhyalli, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, SSC Bengaluru. I welcome today's speaker, Mr. Vikash Garg, a young student entrepreneur of SSC, for being here as a resource person for online session on importance of startup, organized by Institute Innovation Council, SSC Bengaluru, on behalf of celebration of World Entrepreneurs Week from August 21st to August 24th, 2021. I welcome our chairman, Sri V. Muniappa sir, our CD, Dr. Shashidhar Muniappa sir, and the respected principal, Dr. Nageshwar Gupta sir, for the event. I also welcome deans, the registrar, and HODs of all departments and my faculty friends for the session. A hearty welcome to all the participants from different institutions who are taking part in this webinar. Finally, I also welcome all my student friends who are taking part in this session. Now, I request Dr. Nirmala Gupta madam to introduce today's speaker, Vikash Garg. Over to you, madam. Nirmala ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Raymond, sir. Good morning to one and all. So it's my privilege to introduce our today's session speaker, Mr. Vikash Garg. So Vikash Garg is a software engineer, data scientist at the company Next Orbit currently. And Vikash Garg is a chief technology officer, CTO, and the co-founder at Fate Info Technologies Private Limited. And Vikas is also working as a team lead, and he was a winner of SIH 2020, Smart India Hackathon 2020. And he's also been winner in the Hack AI Thon organized by the institution VVCE Mysore. Vikas worked with technological stacks like machine learning, deep learning, data analytics, Linux, and data science as an expert. And he's got into his credit as a good speaker and the team lead. And Vikas is very much love to solve a lot of deep, complex problems with phenomenal technological stacks. And one more good news is Vikas is our alumni. So our own alumni, and who is a co-founder of a startup, Fate Info Technologies. And he's been working also in a company as a software engineer and a data scientist. So we are very happy to have Vikas Garg here as a today's event speaker, as a co-founder of the Fate Info Technologies Private Limited, Bengaluru. So I would like to welcome Vikas once again to this event. So over to you, Raymond, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome, welcome, dear.
Thank you, madam. Now I request Vikash to take the session. Over to you, Vikash.
Okay, thank you, sir. I'm just presenting my screen. Okay, so sir, is my screen visible?
Yes.
So a very warm good morning to all of you, respected CD sir, respected principal sir, and all the faculty coordinators. Thank you so much for inviting in this session. So definitely the entrepreneur thing is basically, very close to my heart. So this is Vikash Garg. I'm basically heading a software engineer and data scientist at Next Orbit, and also I'm a co-founder and CTO, Chief Technology Officer at Fate Info Technologies. So today, basically, I'm going to go with very important topic. So before going further ahead in a topic, a very happy World Entrepreneurs Day. So this day is very important to a lot of people, because all the tech giants that are across the globe have basically been through a kind of a phase where they are thinking to quit a particular startup that they started and bring it on to a normal life, but they never quit it. Their ongoing potential basically led to one of this kind of tech organization that is across the globe, like Apple, Google, Facebook. So on this occasion, very happy World Entrepreneurs Day. So today I'm going to basically talk about a very important topic that I've been a part of also: student entrepreneurship, or importance of student startup. So basically, let me talk about firstly the startup. So what basically are the startup? Startup is nothing, just a way of solving a complex problem. It can be any problem. It can be related to water also. It can be related to society also. It can be related to electricity department also. And in today's world, and basically in 21st century, we are, we came across a lot of startup, like Urban Company, you can say Ola and Uber. Recently, if I put light on basically, Ola, basically that's a online car rental company, has recently launched the electric scooter in India. So basically, they have started with a different vision. Now, basically, they are moving into a different vision. So that's basically, motive of a startup. Now, basically, uh, now few people have basically a question: what is the right age to come as a startup, open a startup, or become entrepreneur? So, as far as I know, there is no suitable age to come to a business, to become entrepreneur, to open a startup. Whenever you're comfortable, whenever you have willpower, whenever you have a can do potential, whenever you have ability, you can. So why wait till 40? Why wait till 60s? Why think about that? I don't have an experience. So it's more likely you have a can-do attitude, because once you come into industry, once you start solving the problem, yeah, I know things will take time, but at a right amount of time with right amount of resource, definitely you ended up by doing good. So few example I'll take. You might have heard about Ritesh Agrawal. He's basically CEO and founder of Oyo Rooms. So Oyo is world biggest online room service in India. So basically, he basically started from in a particular you can say a very small room, where he just in a Gurgaon. He basically what began him solving this complex problem, because people when belong to different you can say across different cities, people basically find out that the living cost, or the luxurious cost of the hotel is very high. So basically he basically took that challenge. He came up with a solution where he basically utilized all the small rooms from different vendors and different people, and he basically start renting them online. So basically he took one problem, he used an approach, he apply some business solution, he applies some technological solution, and finally he came with a product that is known Oyo. As we know that Oyo is a kind of a billion-dollar company as of now, and they are keep on investing heavily on the technologies, and also keep on innovating and keep on growing. Now the next basically example I would like to take is Mark Zuckerberg. He's the chief executive officer and founder of Facebook. So Facebook is one of the most growing and vast social media platform. He even started back then he was in college. He just started the Facebook when he was 19, and Ritesh Agrawal started at the age of 18. So here you can see age is just a number. Those people don't have even enough experience. What basically tell them whether they need to have a startup. There is no mentor for them. Basically, they need to go with startup or not. So, but the one thing that they have basically is a kind of a potential. So once you have a potential, once you have a can-do attitude, once your inner potential will say, yeah, I can do this thing, definitely you can achieve anything in life. So these are the certain list of the youngest entrepreneur. So you can see 21 year Steve Jobs, 20-year Bill Gates, and at the 19 we have Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook. So now the important question comes: why should students start up? So basically, why basically we need to go for startup? Startup is basically kind of you can say a risk taking, but ended up in a kind of a good decision. So basically, startup gives a kind of a balance between a life and job. Startup gives an kind of opportunity where basically you can basically explore the technology or a domain that you love. And even youngsters have a lot of advantages as they grew up with latest digital technologies. They can basically apply those kind of core domain technologies and solve deep complex problem. And obvious advantages of a student is having they have a lot of time. They basically want to solve a, various types of problems in a various types of domain. That's why we are seeing so many startup with different domains. You can see Ola is doing on online renter. We have a DriveZ. We are having, Google. We are having Amazon. So you can take an example of Amazon. Amazon is basically started from, selling books that is online, and now it's one of the global tech giant, where basically Amazon shifts basically everything, and Amazon basically don't have any kind of its retail store. And similar with Ola. Ola don't have any of the uh, Ola don't have any of the basically cars. Basically, they are belong to them. So basically, they are providing a platform. So they basically just solved a kind of a problem where users are not getting enough cars. And in respect to Amazon, people want everything on their hand. People want comfort. In 21st century, people love everything right there on their wrist. They want everything to be digitalized. We have so many important startup respect to UPI payments like Paytm, PhonePe. We can pay everything right through their mobile phones. So why students are basically should go in this field? Because students have sharper mind. Student have, well spread. Student can tackle in any kind of environment, and student also can help us in lower sustained cost. Minds are very sharp. They are more energetic and passionate about everything. Basically, they want to make difference. So now a little bit I talk about my journey. Why basically I wanted to go with a startup. So back then when I was in my college, so I see different sort of technologies evolving, and I basically feel a lot of problem. So basically I want to solve problem of my own. So I was young, I have time, and I can willing to take risk. So going further, we have social and economic impact on startup. So firstly, I'll talk about social impact. So social impact will basically solve the problem which society faces. Suppose one individual is facing some problem where he need to go to a particular vendor shop, he need to pay the bill, he need to get some stuff. So this is basically a problem, because all the way he need to go to there, all the way he need to stand in a queue, all the way he need to get some stuff, and he need to pay cash. So this is some sort of problem which is solved by Amazon, Grofers, and Big Basket, where you can just book everything through your mobile phone. You can place the order, and they will right deliver it to you on your home. So this is basically solve one of the complex problem, and meaningful support to you near and dear ones. Startup basically work on different domains, where they will work on a security domain, also they work on health domain also. And also when it comes to economic impact, the most of the economic impact is you can create more jobs, you can create more value, you can give job to more people, you can raise the economic condition of country. Once India will have a lot of startup, automatically the economy of the India will grow much more, because our competitive countries are a lot of startup. They have a tech giants like Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple. They have so much of cash. For example, I talk about Apple. Apple has approximately $2 trillion cash. So basically this is more than some countries GDP, gross domestic product also. So this basically these kind of company helps the country or a nation to grow in a kind of incremental manner rather than a kind of a constant manner. So now how to open a startup? So I know many people have a kind of a hesitation. How can I open a startup? How can I think about the $1 million idea? So as my approach, I want to tell you that you need not to think 24 hours on an idea. You need not to solve any kind of a rocket science problem. You need to solve the key problem that basically you are facing. Suppose you are in a college, you have a problem of vehicle. You can solve that problem using vehicle. And what makes you entrepreneur is you identify the problem, you use your business sense, you use the technology stack, and then you build a product that can impact life of millions and billions people in a positive way. This is basically the startup are working. You need not to go for some kind of a phenomenal technologies. No, you first build a kind of a prototype, you present it to people, you test it, you You go through various kind of domains, you take advice from the people, push into the market, you know much more things, how my products are performing, what and all changes I need to be done here, what kind of potential market is interested in. You need to look into all those perspectives, and you can enter in a kind of a journey of a startup. So basically, this is the kind of you can see a depth map where how to start a startup. So firstly, we need to be a visionary. So suppose I'll take an example of Elon Musk. He's one of the highlighted tech man as of now. So first of all, you need to think in a future perspective. That man, he was around 10 years ago when he was researching on electric car. People were thinking that basically he was investing on a kind of a wrong domain. He is investing on a kind of a wrong technology. But you need to be visionary. You need to think in a kind of 10 years ahead from now. What my potential market going to be after 10 years? What is missing in the world? What kind of challenges that people are facing? You need to gather all this information. You need to do market analysis. You need to do research. You need to solve a kind of a small individual problem, because the problem which is you are facing, there might be a million people facing the particular sort of problem, and some people didn't even notice. Some people keep on traveling to bus. They didn't even thought about Ola, that some kind of Ola thing can even happen in a kind of a future thing. But when they realize that, yeah, this technology is helping us, then definitely they will consider it. For example, I'm going to somewhere, a shop, I'm carrying my wallet. I need to carry my wallet. I need to do some kind of a cash withdraw. But once I have Phone Pay and Google Pay, easily I can carry my mobile and I can do digital payment, and I can pay any sort of amount with a fraction of second. So similarly, you need to analyze certain problem. You need to apply business logics. You need to apply technological logics. You need to make small prototype. So let's talk about what basically a prototype is. Prototype is basically a MVP, minimum viable product. Is basically a kind of a product to test how basically market responds to it. Some of the companies which have very efficient ecosystem, they even started from the prototype. Once they have an incremental update, some user will suggest certain kind of changes to you, that yeah, you should do this thing in this way. You find certain bugs, then you try to fix it, and it will be a kind of an incremental upgrade. And then you will kind of you will have a fine-tuned product later on. You showcase that prototype to 100 people, launch it, look for funding. Now the important part for a startup is funding. So now people are very hesitate how basically they go for funding. So as of today's world, raising funding is a kind of very you can say tough task also and easy task also. But you need to make a difference. You need to tell the investor basically what kind of domain you're looking for and what kind of problem you're solving. Your vision should be clear. You need to tell them, this is the kind of product we are building. This is the thing we have built. And basically, this is the thing we are going to be. You need to tell them your future plan. And there is a variety of investors that is ready to invest. Then you need to find a co-founder. You can be a co-founder of itself, and you need to do an incremental update on this prototype. You need to listen to customer. You need to again push certain update. Again, you need to test it on the market. Again, you need to take reviews from the customer. Again, you need to change certain kind of key decisions. You need to change business decisions. You need to implement business logics also. You need to keep upgrading through technologies, right? So then you need to look for subsequent growth, how basically our product is performing. And after that, you will come a kind of a level where your product is basically, used by many of the people. So a very small example and a real-time example I want to take here is, once you implant a seed in a kind of a mud, so it will take kind of a many years and many kind of potential, many hard work to come up with a plant to grow as a tree and to give back the fruit. So once you have buried the seed in a kind of a mud, then that is your basically idea. So once you have done all the lot of research, you have basically built a kind of MVP, you have built a prototype, then that is a kind of a generation where a plant form a bud, one small bud that will give you kind of a small hope and a small sense of pride. Yeah, that tomorrow will be better. And after that, there is a lot of care, to be done for the plant. Like you need to give proper fertilizer, you need to give proper water, you need to give proper sunlight. Similarly, when it comes to idea, you need to use right technologies, you need to use right business decisions, you need right amount of people who can suggest you what kind of domain, what kind of business decisions we need to take, what our potential customers are, what and whom we are basically targeting. After that, you need to come with a market, you need to look for market response. There might be ups and downs in the market, that is for sure. You cannot uh, succeed without failing. So I think APJ Abdul Kalam said, fail is just nothing but first attempt in learning. So similarly, when you have a kind of a plant, after that you need to wait for some kind of years, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, then it will grow as a tree and give you fruit back. So similarly, you need to have a kind of a patience. You need to invest on certain technology, you need to invest on certain product and wait for the refund, whether it will generating the revenue. You need not to, kind of a hurry that, oh, this product is not generating revenue. Some of the startup, for example, I'll take Zomato. Zomato basically started in 2008, and now Zomato is approximately 60,000 crores. So basically, you can see from 2008 to 2021, they took around 12 years. And once you come to this level, suppose, for example, I'll take an example of Apple. Apple took around 47 years to become a $1 trillion company. And it took them only 2 years to become $2 trillion company. So you can see how update, or you can see how basically incremental upgrades are. Once you're on a kind of potential level, you have all the resource available, you have got enough response from the potential market, definitely you can come with a kind of a very good revenue. So now I'll take an example of how basically Instagram started. So how two guys basically made an app in 8 weeks. So firstly, the one guy, that is Kevin, he learned the code because he was kind of from the business background. So he learned the code at night after its work. So you need kind of potential. You need to basically work very hard. You need to give your sweat. You need to give your time. You need to give your resources for a particular product. They build an HTML5 prototype called Bourbon, gave it to friend to use. They met an investor. They explained their vision to investor. They basically, when they have confidence that, yeah, basically now I have a confidence, I can think deep in my mind. My heart tells, yeah, this is the product I want to build. This is a product that will survive in market. At any rate, I will do this product. I will make this product a grand success. They basically quit their job. They got a funding of $500,000. They went back. They basically, you can say, enhanced the proper version. They basically built a pretty awful photo app. They basically prototyped it. Again, they took some kind of business decision. They found a co-founder. They found a kind of a good business people who can basically, give some kind of advice. They basically give this app available to App Store, Play Store. They give this app access to billions of users, millions of users. People have used it. People have suggested them this basically need to be solved. And basically they finally launched it. And now you can say Instagram is acquired by one of the top global giants, that is Facebook, and billions of customers use Instagram today. So now basically the question comes, how famous entrepreneurs realize what to do in life? So entrepreneur, when you become entrepreneur, you need to think in a kind of very diverse manner. You need not to think that, yeah, this product will survive in a kind of end time goal. You need to keep on changing, keep on innovating, keep on modifying your product with time. For example, I'll take a kind of a real example. All the offices were in offline mode, but when the pandemic hit it to us, all the things, even this seminar that you are attending and I'm giving, it's on a virtual mode. So we have used to this environment. We have used a kind of technology. We have basically used some kind of business concept. We have used some kind of, business expertise and the people to come with this solution where one individual, he can sit right at his home and he can deliver his thoughts, he can attend meeting, he can participate, he can work. And I think all the offices, all the organizations are today are remote working spaces. So now what makes a startup successful? This is the most important and kind of, you can say, a kind of keyful thing. What kind of business decisions, what kind of technologies you need to make so that startup becomes successful. So the one of the great thing that is needed the most is the potential of a person, or how basically the person is performing his resources on a product, whether the person is willing to give his 100%, whether the person is giving his sweat and giving his time and money to basically start up. So basically we have a three kind of domain. So firstly we should have a good team. So definitely one example I want to take, that you cannot build anything without a team. You need to have a good teamwork. You need to have a good team spirit. Until and unless you have a good team, you cannot survive in the market, because you cannot do all the things all your own. There might be certain people who are good at certain technologies. For example, there might be certain developers, there might be certain engineers who are good at core technologies. You need to utilize them. An entrepreneur is the one who basically gives them a vision that this is the thing I want to build. Now you use your vision power, you use the technology, you use some kind of business decisions to come with this kind of solution. And you're the kind of one who basically give them a kind of a lead. You act as a kind of you can say a kind of a lead where your team is right behind you. You will give them vision, you will give them basically all the resources, you will give them time, you will give them money, you will tell them this is the thing I want to be, this is the where I want to be. And the market opportunities, you need to, before launching a kind of startup, before launching a kind of product, you need to analyze the market analysis is one of the very crucial steps is after having a startup. The market you are targeting, how many potential customers you're having, how basically market will respond to your particular product, how many competitors basically we are having, what kind of different features we are offering from our competitor, what are different perspective we are having in our product, how basically people going to take my product in a kind of a different way. For example, the two startup like Ola and Uber, both are the same, but how basically the two things are different from each other on a kind of consumer basis, how basically consumer will prefer Ola over Uber, or Uber over Ola. So these kind of important kind of business decisions you need to make, and you need to make some kind of crucial decisions. You need to give time, you need to give money, you need to wait for how basically market is responding. You need to keep adopting the technologies, you need to keep adopting the environment, you need to keep changing with time. You need to analyze the market, basically what kind of feature that users are expecting from us. You need to push this kind of feature to user. You need to resolve a lot of bugs. You need to interact with the entire consumer community. You need to be very humble, you need to be calm, you need to be very peaceful, you need to be very energetic. Then you can build a kind of a successful startup. So with that, I want to conclude my thoughts with a kind of beautiful quote with one of, you can say, visionary, or one of basically who motivated me, Steve Jobs, founder and CEO of Apple. So it's more fun to be a pirate than to join a navy. So the word has its own literal meaning. So it's more fun to be a pirate than to join a navy. So this phrase basically tells you sometimes it's more fun to be open your own startup and come with a kind of your own product rather to join an organization and basically give our valuable resource to them. So you need to explore the ocean. A pirate has its own ability. A pirate live his life. The pirate basically loves what he do. A pirate don't have anyone basically who will tell you you need to do this thing in this way. In Navy, there might be a commanding officer. So the word has its own literal meaning. It's more fun to be a pirate than to join a Navy. With that, I conclude my talk. Thank you so much. That's it.
Thank you, Vikas. It was a very good session and very good presentation it was.
Thank you so much, sir.
Inspirational presentation for the young students who want to become entrepreneurs in their future or during their student life itself, if they want to become an entrepreneur. So as per my thinking, you are an example for all the student friends. Thank you for your wonderful presentation.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, ma'am, Nirmala ma'am. Thank you so much, sir, all the faculty coordinators for basically inviting me on this session where I can express my thought on this entrepreneurship, and basically I can encourage my young juniors or young people to come with a kind of startup where they can live their life, they can change and revolutionize the world. Thank you, ma'am.
I request Professor Naveen Kumar sir to vote of thanks. Naveen sir.
Yes, sir. So, good afternoon to one and all. It's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this session. I, on behalf of SPC Management Principal and IIC SPC, IIC Cell SPC, and on my own behalf, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to today's speaker and our alumni, Mr. Vikas Gar, giving insights on importance of student startup. Thank you, Vikas.
Thank
It's
you so
a
much,
very
sir.
session. So I thank our respected chairman Sri V. Muniappa sir and our honorable CD sir, Dr. Shashidhar Muniappa sir, for their gracing and their support towards the organizing this event. I thank our beloved principal Dr. Nageshwar Gupta M sir for his constant support and encouragement for organizing this session. And I also thank HODs of all the departments, deans, and all my faculty friends for your support, for your presence and cooperation throughout this session. Thank you, one and all. I thank all my IAC and NISP team members, including faculty and students, for your teamwork and successful conduction of this session. Finally, I thank all the students and faculty members of various other institutes for your presence and interest throughout the event. Hope this event was very helpful for all the students and faculties gathered here. Thank you. Thank you, one and all. Over to you, Revana sir.
Finally, I request the feedback.
Sir, kindly share the feedback in the presentation itself, sir. I mean, in a PPT. Okay, sir. Okay. And I would like to thank Vikas for accepting our invitation in a short span. And
thank you so much, ma'am.
A lot more things to be given to our young students and your young juniors, so that they can also like you, one of the best alumni and co-founder in their future endeavors. So thank you once again.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
I am presenting the feedback link. Kindly copy the feedback link and share your valuable feedback. I posted the feedback link in the chat box as well. If it is accessible to you, kindly click on the link. If it is not accessible, you can copy the link here through the presentation. We will wait for 1 minute for sharing the feedback. After that, we will conclude the session. I hope everyone copied the link and submitting the feedback. With this,